You don't need to work full time in a coaching business to earn a good career from it and to earn a good living. And then what I've done over the last 5 years is transitioned out of osteo into coaching and just let the balance shift. I feel like it's just marbles that keep going over to the other side. It used to be a lot of marbles in osteo and only a couple in coaching. And then occasionally the marbles just get sent over to this side. So now coaching is my heavier side from a time perspective, and osteo's when I feel the urge.
Yep.
But osteo has supported me through that transition. I don't ever think anyone should go all in and burn bridges. That's ridiculous in my view.
Yeah.
And running retreats doesn't need full-time energy and commitment if you want to have half a dozen souls in your space.
Yeah.
That needs time and effort, but not full-time commitment. Needs a bit of planning, needs a bit of what are you going to put together? What are you going to do in it? What's your outcomes? Sure, you've got to, work out the tangible parts of it. But if you're looking at September for that, you don't need to be full-time working on that.
No.
You can still be at work. And even if work cut back to 4 days a week, so you had one extra day dedicated to coaching, great. You still at least have a good income coming in, which makes everything safe and comfortable and all those sort of things while you build your other business.
Yeah, definitely.
And the all-in process is...
Yeah, it's funny. I had someone in Magic just said to me, if you're not committed, you just need to throw it all in and focus 100%. And I was like, oh, that's easier said than done. And I remember at one of the conferences, Balazs actually said, use your current income to supplement your growth, your development. So I'm like, no, I can have both. I just need to commit, and commit times and take action as well. So.
I do agree with committing 100%, but 100% of the time you've allocated to an AGIC.
Yeah.
So if you go, you know what, I'm going to do 4 hours a week, but during those 4 hours, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm all in. I'm committed. I'm doing the work. I'm watching the trainings. I'm following the advice. I'm in the right energy. I'm all of those things. Great.
Yeah.
And then in a month's time, you might be able to commit 6 hours, and then you might be able to commit 8. But for Balazs, who's the head of the whole organization, who's on gazillions of dollars a year, for him to say, use what you've currently got to launch your Anagic business, that is the most sensible thing I've heard in that sort of affiliate industry. Because I've heard it too many times where people have gone, burn the bridges, go all in. Do you know how many epic fails I've physically witnessed myself? Our 6A from Anagic isn't even in Anagic anymore because she went all in, burnt the bridges. Her husband left his trade job. They ended up on the streets. But their images online were all, check us out. Look at us buy a new Gold Coast home. You're not buying it, darling. You're renting it because you have to sell your building in order to survive. So it was all fake. And of course, people saw through it. So it's just not the right way to do things, in my opinion. Now,
I agree.
Especially those who have family commitments, children, women have other challenges. And this is just the natural born way of how our lives are put together. If we were a single bachelor man, sure. If the only thing I've got to worry about is myself, I could probably go all in. Even if we were a single bachelor lady with no other commitments other than I've got to feed myself, sure. But when you've got other mouths to feed and a mortgage or rent or whatever your experience is, this all-in mentality is terrible. I do agree all in the times you've allocated. I do not agree with procrastination and using your busy life to be an excuse. I call bullshit on that. But when I'm in osteo, I'm in osteo. When I'm in coaching, I'm in coaching. When I'm in NLP training, I'm in NLP training. I'm all in the times that I'm in allocated to my world. But I know personally my personality type, if I was only ever one thing, I'd be bored. It's just not my jam. I'm very much a variety person. I know my needs, my you know, when it comes to significance and variety and all of that sort of stuff. I'm a variety person. I love having different plates. And I don't call them juggling all the different plates. I just love having my fingers in all different pies. And again, industry leaders will go, no, that means you're spreading yourself too thin. Is it? Maybe. Maybe that's why I'm not yet a multi-gazillionaire. But the thing is, if I was all in on one thing, I feel like my soul is not being nourished and nurtured to have all those different elements of my life. Humans are complex people, and I feel like women are a little more complex again. We just need a little bit more things. Sometimes men are a little more simple in their needs. Great. So I feel like if I have interest in Healy, and I have interest in Anagic, and I have interest in Forex trading, and I have interest in osteo and NLP and coaching and all other income streams that I could possibly talk about, it's okay to have interest in multiple areas. I do not need to be all in on one of them. I also feel like in this economic climate, being all in on one of them is dangerous. Yeah, there was a multi-billion-dollar crypto dude that went broke overnight. I'm not prepared to be all in one industry. Because if something went wrong overnight, COVID taught us so many valuable lessons that if you have all your eggs in one basket and that basket falls over, good luck. And that happened to the health industry. Allied health got screwed over big time through COVID, especially in Melbourne. Out of the 285 days I did in lockdown, I cannot tell you how many days I was allowed to be open because it was gray area. And I've got one associate that was working for me at the clinic that closed. He was working in 2 clinics, both are now closed, both. And healthcare was safe. I got into healthcare because it was safe. I got into healthcare because after the global financial crisis nearly took out our PT business, I diversified and went back to uni in order to upskill and become a healthcare worker because that was safe. Because PT was obviously a luxury industry. And look what's happened here. It takes a global pandemic to realize how vulnerable your tangible business can be. Now, it's been a massive lesson for me and a massive gift for me. Because if you look at the values levels, it's pushing me even further into number 7, the information era. Now, that doesn't mean I've nailed 5 yet. I'm still working on 5. But I can see how my complexity of thinking has had to evolve for me to survive and thrive. And more it's pushing me out of 4 because 4 is the system. So I actually thank COVID for my evolution even further into the information era. So all of my businesses other than Osteo are all information era. Yes, Anagic has a tangible machine, but the business, if you like, is selling the idea of a freedom lifestyle, if that's the way you're approaching it. I was doing that. My interest is more now in selling the water. I believe everybody in the planet should have the water in their homes. And if that happens to bring you a freedom lifestyle, good for you. But I haven't advertised Anagic in over 12 months because APRA had something to say about that. They didn't like me advertising Healy either. Didn't matter that I handed in 7 pages of documents that showed all the research. Nah, APRA wouldn't have a bar of it. All right. So I personally haven't advertised Healy and Anagic or whatever in over 12 months because I've been under APRA investigation. All right. Put that aside. My belief system in all of that is to have multiple income streams for many reasons, right? Firstly, security, which is a very values level 4 thing. I'll put my values level 4 hat on and say, I want security. I'm not going to put my family's welfare into the hands of all the crypto markets, for instance. Whilst I think it's valuable to have crypto on your side and be diversifying, not all your eggs in one basket, because Mr. Multimillionaire, billionaire collapsed overnight. No thanks. So utilize the business or job you currently have to launch your career or your fulfillment or your purpose or whatever you want to label it for how you're going to help other people, because it'll bring you joy. And then as you realize your current job is taking up too many hours, you simply reduce the hours of your current job while the other stuff increases, and you just work on that balance. I'm 5 years into coaching and I'm still an osteopath. I probably will be for a long time, not because of the safety and security of it. That part's not important to me as much anymore, because my NLP and coaching business is at a point where it supports us. But it's because I still like helping people. And it's my way of tangibly touching people, which brings me fulfillment. And when I can speak to one of my dudes on the phone and say, guess what, we found your wallet. Like, that's a really cool, tangible thing that brings me joy. Okay. So there's a lot of gurus out there that'll throw advice at you left, right, and center. And my 2 cents worth is you need to do what's right for you and not follow everyone's advice. Take from it. It's like when you have a baby and everyone wants to tell you what to do. Take bits that suit and resonate with you. It's not just one midwife's way, because the next midwife will tell you something different anyway. And your mum will tell you something different anyway. And then you'll have 50 different messages and you'll be confused as all hell. All right. So take from it the bits that make sense to you and your lifestyle. All right. I'm still in healthcare. That's okay, because it suits me, my personality, my life, my need for tangible, touchable things. It gives me joy to touch another human and know that I've made a difference with them, because that's part of my how. I'm a how person. And as much as I get so much joy out of helping people with their coaching and watching them get rid of their stuff, there's something about touching people tangibly that works for me too. So I can get the best of both worlds.